Hi, my name is Hannes Harter and I'm a research assistant at the Technical University of Munich. I'm now going to explain you the energy demand and heating load module of the EERAdata project. The input for the energy demand module are, besides others, the building cubature, the building size, so its length, width and height, the building location, which defines the location-specific climatic conditions for the calculations, the building energy standard, used for example to indicate the heat losses of the building, and the energy system and its respective efficiency. All these input parameters and their value definitions are loaded into the energy demand and heating load calculation module. In the module, a single zone model of the building is created. With the defined input parameters, the energy demand and heating load is calculated based on German norms and standards. The model can be used to calculate the status quo of a building, so before renovation, but also different renovation scenarios. The results of the calculation are the final energy demand, the primary energy demand, and the heating load, all for space heating and domestic hot water. The results again serve as input for other assessment modules. The final energy demand, for example, is used to calculate the respective emissions in the life cycle assessment module. The savings achieved by the renovation of the building are an input for the socioeconomic assessment. The supply side assessment module needs, for example, the primary energy demand values. On the left side of this slide, you can see all results coming from the energy demand module presented in the EERAdata reporting sheet. The reporting sheet allows a quick and efficient overview over all achieved results. The benefit of the energy demand module is that it allows the assessment of the energetic performance of a building in its status quo, so before renovation, and after applying different energy efficiency measures in the scope of a renovation. And this not only for one specific location, but for several different locations in Europe. I will now switch to our decision support tool and show you how to select the energy demand and heating load calculation module for a building assessment, and I will also show you the calculation results presented directly in the decision support tool after applying the calculations. After you defined your project and assigned different buildings to this project, which is explained in the video to the general functions of the decision support tool, you can now choose the calculation module you want to apply in your project on your selected buildings. In my case, I'm of course choosing the energy demand calculation module. After assigning the module to the project, we can now go on and define different renovation measures as options. The status quo of the building is calculated in any case, so what we have to do here is to define renovation measures if we want to apply them to our buildings. In the first step, we click the Create button to create renovation measures. First of all, we have to give this renovation measure a name, and then we click Save. When selecting the Edit button of the defined renovation measure, we can click the Measure button and search for the predefined renovation measures. The predefined renovation measures are also explained in a separate video concerning specifically this topic. We are choosing a very simple example and adding insulation to the exterior wall regarding an emissions renovation standard. In the next step, we are clicking on the Results header and press the Run Calculation button. The before mentioned results are showing up in the table you can see here. The total and specific primary and final energy demand and the heating loads for space heating and domestic hot water are presented. You can compare the before renovation state to the renovation state after you applied the renovation measure to your building. You can see that the renovation method decreased the operational energy demands for space heating, but not for domestic hot water. This is because adding additional insulation material to the external wall doesn't change the demands for domestic hot water, which is related to the number of residentials of the building, which doesn't change in the course of the renovation. Try the calculations out by yourself and meet me in GatherTown to discuss the energy demand and heating load calculation module. I'm looking forward to seeing you there, and I'm also happy to answer your questions after the conference. Thank you.